Namaste and good morning, viewers. I'm Dr. Pratibha KS. Welcome to this channel, Pratibha with Biotechnology. In this video, I'm going to deliver a lecture talk on antibody structure, types, and functions of immunoglobulin YUM. The purpose of this video is to give you maximum information with regard to prepare yourself for the examination point of view. Dear viewers, before proceeding today's lecture talk, I remind you to subscribe this channel if you have not done so far, and also click on the bell icon so that you keep getting the notifications of all the academic videos whatever I upload for your benefit. Okay, now let us begin with antibody structure, types, and functions of immunoglobulin YUM. IgM, Ig stands for immunoglobulin, YUM, that is the mu type of heavy chain. Okay, IgM is the third most abundant immunoglobulin and account for 8% of the immunoglobulin pool. IgM is named so because of presence of mu type of heavy chain, right? It is the largest immunoglobulin. Its concentration is 5 to 8% of immunoglobulin pool. Hope you are making note of all this information. It is often referred to as the macroglobulin because of the molecular weight 950 kilodalton and monomer with the molecular weight of 180 kilodalton. Structurally, it is polymer of 5 molecules, each with 2 light chains, that is of kappa or maybe a lambda, and 2 heavy chains which are of mu type. Okay, it means whatever IgM is there, there you can see the presence of 5 immunoglobulins. Okay, the all together 5 immunoglobulins join together to form IgM of one monomeric IgM immunoglobulin molecule. IgM accounts for 5 to 8% or 10% of the total immunoglobulin, and polymers of 5 molecules, that is known as pentameric. So in the exam, they ask which is the pentameric immunoglobulin, you should name this, that is IgM. Composed of 5 subunits held together by disulfide bridges at carboxy terminal ends of the mu heavy chain. Short half-life, 5 days. For antigen, they have 10 combining sites. Okay, on the sites per molecule which can synergize with each other on the same molecule when it binds to molecule. Thus, overall tightness of binding of an IgM molecule to microbe avidity is quite high, making antibodies very effectively to remove microbes. Okay, I said here that the presence of 10 combining sites. 10 combining sites in the sense we have 5 immunoglobulins together we called IgM. So 5 immunoglobulin means in each single immunoglobulin molecule there are 2 fragments of antigen binding site at the N terminal region, right? So in one immunoglobulin, 2 antigen binding sites. So when you take a 5 immunoglobulins, so you'll be having 10 fragment of antigen binding sites. Okay, it is also called cold immunoglobulin. Pentameric immunoglobulin contain additional polypeptide chain, that is J chain or joining chain, and is necessary for the polymerization of the monomeric IgM to form pentameric IgM. It means J chain which is going to stabilize all the 5 immunoglobulin molecule. J chain holds 5 subunits together at Fc region. Fc means fragment crystallization region and stabilizes the Fc region. IgM is the first antibody immunoglobulin which is produced, okay, by B lymphocytes. This IgM appear in primary immune response to an antigen. Whenever antigen enters inside the body, always IgM which is going to fight against the infection, and that will be known as primary immune response, and expressed on the surface of B cells, acts as an antigen receptor with the receptor for these cells. So, I have showed in the previous class one diagrammatic representation that on the surface of the B cell, there was a presence of IgD and IgM. Okay, whenever antigen comes, this IgD and IgM which is going to act like an antigen receptor, in turn gives the signal to the B lymphocytes for the production of the antibody. Other than fighting against the antigen, being primary immune response, this IgM, which is expressed on the surface of the B cells, which triggers the B lymphocytes for the production of the antibody and also acts as an antigen receptor for these cells. It is the earliest class of immunoglobulin synthesized by fetus to counter infection. Okay, so you can say these are the primary immunoglobulin. As IgM are with half-life of 5 days, hence presence of high number of IgM in serum indicates the recent infection. Okay, because whenever antigen enters inside, that time this IgM molecule start was produced by the B lymphocytes and fight against the antigen. Okay, when you go for the concentration rate diagnosis, that time the IgM molecule instead of presence of 5 to 8%, if there is a very high number of immunoglobulin M, then that indicates the recent infection and the body got infected. Okay, IgM is found primarily in the intravascular space, as IgM is first antibody produced in a primary immune response to an antigen. IgA is the major antibody found in secretory fluids, but IgM also plays an important accessory role as secretory immunoglobulin. But in the exam, they asked which is the secretory immunoglobulin. You need to mention this that as IgA. Whereas this IgM is the accessory role as secretory immunoglobulin. And it is the earliest immunoglobulin synthesized by fetus, right? That is from 5th month of gestation period of the fetal life. Here you could see the graphic representation of primary and secondary immune response. So here this is the time, okay, our days, and this is the antibody concentrations, okay. Whereas in this case, here you can see first injection with antigen A. When you inject the first time the antigen during the production of the antibody, the first injection, the primary immune response will be this much. Okay, IgM will be produced in the primary immune response. It means the initial encounter of maybe immunocompetent lymphocyte with an antigen induces here primary immune response. Okay, second time injection with the same antigen. It means first, whereas in this red one, the second injection with the antigen A. If the same antigen which is injected for the second time, that time what happens? We can say that secondary immune response. A later contact of the host with antigen will induce more rapid and heightened secondary immune response. So always in the primary immune response, we can see the production of the IgM. Okay, in the beginning, once the B lymphocyte starts producing the antibodies, and that will be as B lymphocytes, okay, then the same navy B cells, which will also further divide into memory cells. Okay, what is the job of the memory cells? Memory cells, when they encounter the same antigen for the second time, then this particular memory cells will start producing the immunoglobulin G, okay, and that will be very rapid rate, and we are getting the highest this particular curve, okay, and that will be known as secondary immune response. So through this graphic representation, you must understand here primary immune response IgM and secondary immune response IgG. And here in this case, if you inject another antigen, that is a fresh first injection with the antigen B, for the first antigen always that will be a primary immune response. Okay, primary immune response will get very delayed of type of immune response. Okay, the same type of B antigen injected here for the second time, that time what happened? Secondary immune response will be more rapid and heightened secondary response can be seen. So just keep in your mind primary immune response. You can see the presence of IgM. Secondary immune response will be by the IgG immunoglobulin molecule. If you feel it very difficult with this graphic representation, you can keep in your mind this graphical representation. Okay, this is the antibody concentration and this is the time. First injection of the antigen, primary immune response, very delayed type of immune response where you could see the presence of IgM immunoglobulin molecule initial exposure to antigen. The same antigen entered to the body system. That time, the memory cells will encounter the same antigen. That time, we'll say for a second immune response, which is very rapid. Okay, very rapid, and you can see the highest curve can be seen here. So this is the second exposure to the antigen. Response is very large and very quick and rapid. Okay, so it means response is very faster. So this is all about the primary immune response and the secondary immune response. And now let us go to the production of antibody. Okay, when you go for the production of antibody, again for the first injection of the antigen, you'll be able to get the production of antibody, that is the IgM. When you inject the antigen, all the antigens are not the immunogenic characteristics, okay? Because some of the antigens are non-antigen because they don't have the proper molecular weight to trigger the immune system for the production of the antibody. For example, you can see this is the hapten. When hapten injected into this rabbit laboratory animal, no antibody produced. So now let us understand what is this hapten. Okay, kindly make a note. You may get this particular question for 2 marks. Haptons are the small molecules that elicit an immune response only when attached to a larger carrier molecule, such as a protein. Okay, that may be a protein or carbohydrate. Okay, any other biomolecule. Hope you are getting here. Haptons are the small molecule. Okay, that is a molecule. We'll not say that it's the complete antigen because that is having the low molecular weight. With because of the low molecular weight, they are unable to trigger the immune system for the production of the antibody. Okay, and let me repeat. Haptons are the small molecule or low molecular weight that elicit an immune response only when attached to a large carrier molecule such as a protein. The hapten carrier complex in turn stimulates the production of antibodies, which the unbound hapten cannot do and becomes immunogenic. Immunogenic means capable of eliciting immune response. For example, as a carrier molecule, you can use aniline and para-aminobenzoic acid and other different kind of carbohydrates molecule. Okay, so that is about the haptons. So you could see this is alone hapton. This could not trigger immune system for the production of the antibody. When this hapton, which is tagged with some of the carrier protein, okay, with this particular hapton, okay, here hapton used as epitope. That time you can see the production of the antibody. Okay, so during the production of antibodies, you'll also understand in detail. So first, keep in your mind here, whenever the antigen it is introduced into the animal, first antibody will be the primary immune response, that is immunoglobulin M. Now let us understand the biological functions of IgM. Okay, these IgM molecule also known as natural antibodies. That the natural type of, because whenever antigen enters inside the body system, this IgM immunoglobulin molecule which is going to interact for the first time. Okay, further natural antibodies such as A, B, O blood groups are of IgM class. Well, we have seen that in the blood group condition, we can say that the presence of some of the immunoglobulin in the natural immunoglobulins are natural antibodies which are present in the serum. So all those are actually the type of IgM class. This IgM immunoglobulin molecule does not cross the placenta, but human fetus can synthesize IgM if its B cells are antigenically stimulated, as in congenital infection. Congenital means that is by birth. Okay, by birth only that particular newborn baby, if that placental fetus condition, if that get any kind of infection, that time B lymphocytes will get triggered by the infection and stop producing the IgM immunoglobulin molecule. Okay, so we can say here human fetus can synthesize IgM in the earliest condition. That's why it is also known as the earliest immunoglobulin. It is the first antibody to appear in the primary immune response, but it does not persist for long because of its short half-life. Therefore, it is a useful indicator of recent infections. It means which is going to act like a biological indicator, or that is like a diagnostic tool to understand whether the body got infected or not. IgM having multiple antigen binding sites, right? Why we have a multiple antigen binding sites? Because this IgM, which is made up of 5 immunoglobulins, so they have 10 fragment of antigen binding sites. It inhibits the mobility of pathogens and enhance the phagocytosis condition. It also shows the properties such as opsonization and complement fixation. Okay, because of macromolecular size, it is primarily localized in the blood and thus protects against the blood serum infections. Okay, and all the natural antibodies which are present with the blood groups A, B, and O no are actually the IgM class. IgM activates classical pathway of complement fixation. Okay, both IgM and IgG are involved in type 2 or cytotoxic type of hypersensitivity. Okay, here you could see the structural representation of IgM. This Ig into write small. Okay, I've taken this from directly from the internet. Okay, to brief, this IgM, which is pentamer, so it can bind 10 antigen at a time. 10 antigen is this is a fragment of antigen binding site. This is again the antigen binding site. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have a 10 antigen binding sites. Okay. What you could see here, extra domain. What is extra domain? When you write these structures, you could see the presence of, this is the, what is this? This is the constant, this is the variable heavy chain. This is the constant heavy chain 1, constant heavy chain 2, constant heavy chain 3, and this is the constant heavy chain 4. So we have a CH4 in IgM immunoglobulin molecule. Okay, you must keep that in your mind. We have a CH4 immunoglobulin molecule. And in the center, you can see the J chain can be seen, which is going to hold or stabilize all the 5 immunoglobulins. This particular immunoglobulin, you can see the J chain, right, which is the form of disulfide bond with hinge region. Okay, diameter of 300 angstrom, length of monomer is 100 angstrom, and 25 to 30 angstrom width can be seen. Okay, you can write this type of structural representation of pentameric form of IgM. So whatever you have understood the characteristics of general immunoglobulin, all that you can write. So there's the presence of 4 polypeptide chain, in which 2 polypeptide chains which are of light chain and other 2 polypeptide chains are of heavy chain, and presence of variable light chain and constant light chain, and this has variable heavy chain, and this has constant heavy chain first domain, constant heavy chain second domain, constant heavy chain third domain, and this is the constant heavy chain fourth domain. And here the presence of interdisulfide bond and 2 interdisulfide bond, whereas in all these particular heavy chains and the light chain, you can see the presence of intradisulfide bond. So all the individual immunoglobulins which are connected by the disulfide bond. Okay, you can see here the disulfide bond which are connected and again stabilized by the J chain or joining chain. You can see first immunoglobulin, second, third, fourth, and then fifth. Together, this is known as the single immunoglobulin molecule IgM, which are of pentameric. We can label this as carbohydrates. Okay, and also you can label this as N-terminal region, this as C-terminal region. Here you can write FAB, fragment of antigen binding, and here you can write FC, fragment crystallizable. Okay, hope I made all the points here. Here you can see the concluding remarks of immunoglobulin M structure, that is pentameric, percentage serums 5 to 10% or 5 to 8%, location blood, lymph, B cell surface, that is in the monomeric condition. This is a single monomer only will say together. Half-life in serum 5 days. Complement fixation, yes. Cross the placenta, no. Known functions, first antibodies or earliest antibodies produced during an infection. Okay, in ABO type blood group, we can see this natural antibody which are made up of this immunoglobulin class M, and these IgM which are very effective against microbes and agglutinating antigens. Hope I made myself clear to you. I, Dr. Pratibha K, signing out for today. Stay tuned with me. I'll be back with some more videos. If you have not yet subscribed this channel, kindly subscribe to support this channel. Thank you.